What's new with SmartWiz? What we doing next? What's the next best thing? It's so many different things here that I honestly and truly I barely can keep up myself. Right today, especially, we want to make sure that you guys are here, tapped in, locked in, and ready to hear about what it is that we have coming next. Right, because a lot of people have hopped onto these calls and made suggestions and done all the things, and I must say that we do a pretty good job of listening and responding and giving the people what they want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest, we try our best to give the people what they want so that they can have a successful tax season. Before we super duper dive in, let me not be rude and introduce myself. My name is Bree, one of the co-founders of SmartWiz, and it is an honor and a privilege to not have to do taxes the way we've always had to do them. Okay, it is an honor and a privilege to not have to be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing returns by hand. It is an honor and a privilege to not have to spend thousands of dollars paying people and then they still making mistakes every single return. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to tap in with SmartWiz, to tap in with Wizzy, and literally revolutionize this tax industry and what that means and what that looks like for us, right? And so I want to do a really, really great job of making sure that everybody on this call right now is just in alignment, right? Because I want to make sure that we're all here for some similar reasons, right? And so really, really quickly, once you guys hop on here, you know that SmartWiz is all about you doing returns more accurate, you doing returns faster, you saving some time, right? You're getting your time back so that you can go focus on building your business, building your teams, getting referrals, selling your softwares, doing whatever the thing is that you do so you can earn an extra stream of income, right? And so with that being said, when you guys think of SmartWiz, I want you to just drop in the chat, what is one of the first words that come to mind when you think of SmartWiz? For me, the word is always going to be automate. That's my word. I love that word so much, y'all. I can't even express how much I love a good automation. Right? Okay, we got fast. Okay, I like that. We got convenience. That's good. I like that. We got innovation. Okay, innovation. I'm not mad at innovation. We got efficient. Yeah, I would say that Wizzy is absolutely efficient. We got somebody said smart business. Now, SmartWiz is absolutely a smart business. I'm not mad at that at all. Right? And so now, what does it look like for those things to come to mind when you think about SmartWiz, but also those same things to come to mind when people think about you, when people think about your business, because you've now decided to come into agreement with what SmartWiz is doing. And that's the whole goal. That's the whole purpose as to why you guys are here, is because we want to make sure your business is fast. We want to make sure your business is smart. We want to make sure that your clients feel like coming to you during tax season, it is convenient for them, right? It's not a hassle to get their taxes done with you anymore, right? And so that's the whole purpose behind what we're doing and what we're building and what we're ultimately creating here with SmartWiz. And so we got some exciting news. We got a very exciting update because you guys have asked over and over and over again about really being able to take this thing to the next level and serve multiple clients at once. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but just know that we've heard you, we've listened, and we're super excited about really being able to take this thing to the next level with you. So with that being said, let me make sure that I get the man, the myth, the legend himself onto the line so that we can really and truly give you guys a little bit of insight to what we're wanting to do and how we're wanting to do this, guys, with you here today. And so with that being said, right, a lot of you guys may not necessarily know about our company, where we started, the journey of SmartWiz, and how we ultimately got here today to being a company that is building $1 billion business right in front of your eyes. I tell people all the time, we are the Netflix to Blockbuster. We are the Netflix of the tax industry. I truly believe that's what we are, and I truly believe that that's what we're doing, right? And so the guy who's about to come up next is actually the CEO, the man with the vision, the man with the plan behind why we are here today and not having to do a lot of the mundane tasks that we had to do in this tax industry, right? And so with that being said, really, really quickly, I'm about to bring up Mr. CEO. We call him El Jefe, Tevin Harrell, to the line really, really quickly so that he can give you guys a little bit of insight into what it really means and what it really looks like to come on board with us and the brains behind this vision and why you're ultimately here today. So Tevin, bro, go ahead and take it away. Y'all drop a little El Jefe in the chat for my boy. You got a nice shirt on today. I see you, brother. I see you.
Let's go. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Good to see you. I see a mix in here. We got our current partners, customers. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know, always forever appreciative for every single one of y'all. for potential new family members. I see you. Thank you for joining the webinar. I want to introduce myself real quick. Name is Tevin, CEO of SmartWiz. And, when I think about, why we started this thing, right? That was Bree challenged me to like kind of really think about that question. I ask you guys in the chat and I want you to think about it. Um, how many of you guys had to pull an all-nighter during tax season? Right? So just drop a one or a me, right? If you've ever had to pull an all-nighter during the tax season, right? How many of you guys wished that you had more time during the tax season, right? And every single year you preparing for it, you thinking about it, you like, oh, I'm gonna do this different, and so on and so forth, right? Wish we had more time. Some people work jobs and all of these different things, right? This one happens all the time. How many of y'all have a game plan, right? For I'm going to market myself more. I'm gonna give out flyers. I'm gonna post on social media more, and then we get into the tax season and it don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Right? 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 And I've seen that, been there, done that, right? Had to do that every single time, and you got a game plan. You start off strong, right? You thinking that you're gonna be able to post more and all of these different things. And I know that everybody's had that feeling as well as that time knowing that it should be better, knowing that it should be faster, right? How many of y'all had to implement new systems in the middle of tax season? Or you like, yo, I need a QC person. I need somebody to kind of quality check. Shoot, I might need to get somebody real quick to come help out with this part and all of these different things. And a lot of people lately have been trying to solve this with, maybe adding VAs, right? And trying to offshore and get more people. Maybe going to go buy CRMs and going to go buy new software and going to go buy new systems and stacking up, saying 10 different systems and software. Some people had to look at that as maybe hiring more staff, hiring data entry, hiring more tax preparers, and hiring assistants and people that can help do certain parts of the process, maybe even outsourcing the marketing. And then some people got their spouse, cousin, brother, sister, right? Who hires some family members to be like, yo, I just need you to do this one little part, right? I just need you to do the one little part that turned into three little parts, right? During the tax season, you owe them lunch. Um, and we all know that the problem with all of these solutions, right? Whether that's the VA, it definitely helps. And I think that, you're able to use those skills for more administrative stuff. But, you have to teach them the tax returns. If you can make them data entry people, checking over them, and all these different things and waiting on this, sometimes a time difference and so on and so forth, right? When you said fire Jamal so fast, Jamal so fast. No, hey, we ain't firing people. We reallocating resources, right? We reallocating resources. We know the problem with hiring staff is people start showing up. They start off strong, just like we said with our marketing. Start off strong. They got another job. They got two things going on. They unreliable. You can't run a business. You can't run a process and all of those different things, right? Hiring family members, it's the same way, especially when they feel like they're doing you a favor, right? And then having all of these systems. And when we look at why we started this company, that was me at the end of the day. And me is probably every single tax preparer on this call, right? Every single one. We had this company, TaxWiz, where we went through all of those same things where we was trying to grow, right? And every year we used to have whole meetings on the whiteboard, sitting there like, yep, we're gonna do this and all that, and we're gonna do 5,000 tax returns this year. About 300 in, we like, hey man, a good 1,000 will be good, like this is a lot of work, right? All right, we would bring people on, we would do all of these different things, and to no prevail. And that's where we realized that we had to solve this problem, and we've been obsessed about it. So what we did was we went and got some of the best team and engineers in the world. Some of them on this call. Shout out to the team. And we came together to build something that truly is a system, right? Around how do we take all of these terrible processes in tax and allow the tax pro to have more time doing the marketing, have more time doing the sales, have more time doing client engagement, have more time doing all the different things and not staying up all night and spending time with our friends and family. And we've been obsessed ever since. So today, as everybody on this call know, we move fast. This is another feature, another big thing added to the system that's going to allow you to do 20, 30 returns faster at a time. Being able to get your returns started quicker, faster, better, and so on and so forth. But we are super, super, super excited. We thank you guys so much, and we couldn't solve this problem without you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass this over to Maddie, who's going to be able to show you the latest and the greatest of how in that first day of tax season, that first week of tax season, or even when you're doing estimates in the next couple of weeks and you're getting a rush, how you're going to have your tax return being able to be started, right? Multiple of them at a time, thanks to your feedback, and how you're going to have a system with done for you tax returns that allow you to do the most tax returns possible this tax season. So, what up, Maddie? Thank
What's
you.
up? What's up, y'all? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm like y'all, I'm a tax preparer by trade. This is what I like to do. And this next feature is crazy. So y'all let me know in the chat real quick while I get my stuff pulled up. How many of y'all are like in-person intake or take information from clients via email, or you're one of those like a little bit more hands-on, maybe in person, old school collecting. You're not using like a fancy CRM these days. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. And then how many of y'all let me know, how many of y'all are some jot form friends? I know that's a big one. How many? Y'all let me know. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start sharing my screen here, so bear with me, y'all. Okay, okay. Okay. Beautiful. And then y'all let me know. Okay, Jasmine said job form backup. Beautiful. Okay, what about Cognito? About my Cognito fam. Let's see. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Okay. One more. I'll do one more. Humor me. Do we got any go high level? Any go high level fam? Okay. Sweet. I love it. I love it. So we got a little bit of everyone and everything on the call, which is even more fun for me. And the coolest part is you guys can all use SmartWiz. And that's the beauty. One of the most beautiful things about SmartWiz for me is that no matter how my clients get me their information, I'm able to get it into Wizzy and use Wizzy to complete their return in just one click. So whether my client emails me all their documents and I come and I save all their information, right? Maybe David, he gave me all his information. I have a little folder for him, and I can just create this client by simply uploading those documents from wherever my client gives them to me. If they come in person, I can snap a quick little picture on my phone, scan it, send it over to myself, and have it processed and uploaded. The other cool part, though, no matter how they give it to me, if I use Jotform, Cognito, Go High Level, even if you use TaxDome, SweetDash, any of them, you're able to just export that information from your system and upload it right here in one click and have Wizzy begin to process that information, understand that client's tax situation, and then begin to create what we call a client profile, which basically just helps Wizzy complete this tax return in your tax software all in one click. So as that one's processing, boom, Wizzy's already done, understands the client and kind of breaks down all their information, has all their documents categorized for me, all that beautiful stuff. But for everyone who does use an intake system like Jotform, Cognito, Go High Level, we have these awesome integrations where with just a few clicks, I got to be logged in. My bad, y'all. Thought I was already logged into my job form. But once you're logged in, super easy. You're able to click allow and integrate directly with job form in just that one click and see all of your client organizers populate or your forms. And then you're able to click and see all of those clients and their submissions all right there for you. Now, the super fun part for today is you saw me do it with David. I uploaded one and I go and I move on, and that's great. But y'all let me know in the chat real quick. How many of y'all usually are working on multiple clients at once? Or y'all have multiple clients sending you stuff at one time to get it done, right? These clients, they don't ever line up one by one for us, do they? It's all at once at the beginning, all at once for those late filers, right? Yep. Okay, cool. I'm glad it's not just my clients. Glad it's not just mine. Okay, cool. So the beautiful thing now is I can have all those clients come in at once. I can select multiple of those clients directly from my job form, right? I got 10 right here. And I can create all of those clients all at once with one click of the button. I'm just clicking that create client after I select all of them. And now you'll see up here, Wizzy's going to import and grab all of those clients' data, all 10 of those clients, all at once. And it's going to begin to process and understand each of those clients' individual tax situations, right? So right now it's going through Steven. Boom, it's already moved on to Kenya. Now we're going to go through Jennifer. All at one time, it's going to start getting all 10 of these clients prepped, ready to go. In the meantime, I can get logged into my tax software. So TaxWise or TaxSlayer. I'll do TaxSlayer to start. Get logged in. Beautiful. Actually, I want to have it do it this way. And perfect. Wizzy's still working through a couple of those clients, processing, and now you'll see they're starting to process and create those client profiles for me. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to grab my text verification code for Slayer. Perfect. Awesome. And boom, Wizzy's already processed one of my clients and is moving on to all the rest of them. And the cool part about this is you can actually work on this client, Kenna, right now while Wizzy processes those other ones. So while you're in real time getting that data, we can come over here. This is really the only manual part of this return I'm going to have to do. 652, I'm going to enter the social, get a new return started. And again, this works in TaxSlayer or TaxWise. 07. Perfect. I'll just simply unlock this return. That gives me access to this one-click button. And then once TaxSlayer loads up for me, perfect, I can click one-click return and watch in real time as Wizzy goes ahead and completes this tax return for me. Excuse me. And so it'll go through, and after understanding all that client's information, pulling it from your job form, it's able to complete, the main information details. It'll also start to add dependents if they have any dependents. It'll add all of their documents, W-2s, 1099-G, 1099-R, 1099 NEC, 1099 MISC, 1098-E. A lot of those documents that you'll see on a 1040, a lot of those common ones, Wizzy's able to knock out for you. And we'll see in real time, Wizzy's going to knock out this W-2. It'll add all the state information for me. And during this time, I can either be, marketing like Tevin said. I'm definitely guilty of it. Every year, I'm like, I'm going to up that thing and inevitably get busy. So in this time, I could be filming content, checking in with my team. I am someone who employs my wife these days because I'm too obsessed with SmartWiz to do my stuff. So my wife's got to do it, but, have my team meeting with her all while Wizzy's doing its thing. And it kind of removes that first draft of that return for you. So it's going to continue to go through and add everything. And the cool part is if Wizzy doesn't know something or runs into an issue with your software, it'll pause and kind of ask you to help it out or to answer a question, to kind of continue the process. So it's not ever going to just, guess random stuff. That is a fear with AI these days, is sometimes it does hallucinate. So Wizzy doesn't do that. Wizzy's going to operate on the information it's provided. It's never going to guess or try and add anything else for you. So yeah, knocking out, shoot, 3 W-2s pretty quick. It'll go through and do a 1095-A if they've got it. State, if they have states right now, they're not available in tax-wise. And then boom, one click's complete. You're able to come back and view the client's documents, review right here all in one screen. You can rate Wizzy. And so this goes in with training. And like Tevin said, you train a team, and sometimes we all have that one preparer who makes the same mistake on every single return. And you're like, come on, we've talked about this, right? Wizzy's one of those where you can rate it and then let Wizzy know, submit your feedback like, hey, great job, but missed, box 13 on W-2 number 2. And then you can submit that feedback and let Wizzy know how it's doing. And that'll train Wizzy to get better and better each time. And you only have to invest training usually on one thing once, right? Versus multiple times. And then you're also able to, of course, refer it out and earn money per person who you want to join with us, because this thing is crazy. It's hard to do taxes the old way once you do it this way. But like I said, you can come back, check out the client's documents and information all right here. Same screen. You can make it bigger, zoom in, zoom out, and kind of enhance your review process as well. So, excuse me. It's nuts.
Let's go. So you telling me, so boom, now, right? One, y'all know for my people who already got Wizzy on the call, y'all already see we had some changes, right? Literally every single day, especially every single week, y'all seeing these drastic improvements, right? So you telling me, boom, I just bulk uploaded all of my clients for that day. Wizzy in the background already working on what it needs to do to analyze, to be able to prepare this return, to be able to knock that thing out, to be able to do it. I go and I got somebody in front of me, or I got somebody who urgent. Everybody urgent during that first week of tax season, as we know, right? But my most urgent one, I go ahead, I got them knocked out in literally a matter of minutes, right? A matter of minutes. And when the states come out on TaxSlayer, it does the state too, right? It goes all the way through into the e-file page, where y'all know when you get to the last of it, you were like, oh, the driver's license, I'd already put up all my documents, and you have to do that thing every single time, right? Yep. It goes all the way through to there. So you telling me now, what up, Raven, right? You telling me now, I can just upload a whole bunch of my people, right? Have 20, 30 returns being able to be ready to go right there on the spot that day. And then I'm just, boom, I'm just pressing the button, having that
Yeah.
thing to work over
Yes.
and over. Come on.
Yes.
Come
And
on.
in the time that it took us to do Kenna's return with one click, all my 9 other clients are done. I can come right back over here to my job form, go grab 10 more of my clients, load them up, or whether it's my job form, Cognito, whatever. But yes, in that time, in a couple minutes, I got 9 more ready to knock out in just a click.
Right. And so and even if I got team members, me and my team, uh some of them they knocking out their returns, right? Because they got Wizzy on their computer, right? In real time, yeah, shout out. Yeah, Felicia said that's amazing. Yeah, Kayla said, nah, I gotta get this. So I got team members, they could be knocking out returns, and we focused on marketing and sales and all the different things, because that's most of the work. We talked about it, ESSA, earned income credit, child tax credit, all of these different things. I think we talked about that it's safe and secure. We SOC 2 compliant, IRS approved, right? So we care deeply about the customer information and all of those different things. And Bree, what's up? Like, what's the cost? You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Listen to me. I don't know why every time I see it, I'm like, it's like the first time. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
me too.
Every time I see it, it's like the first time. I'm like, oh my God. So, real quick though, for my people that's in the chat, like, oh my God, I love this. This is amazing. Whatever the case may be. What were your first thoughts? I kind of want to just know this for for content's sake? What were your first thoughts when you first saw SmartWiz for the first time? What was the first thing that came to your head now that you guys have been able to see it? You've seen how it works. What are some of the thoughts that came to your mind the moment that you saw, oh my gosh, like y'all are really making my life easier. Y'all are really making it, more efficient, whatever the case may be. What are kind of some of you guys, drop it in the chat. What are y'all's first thoughts now that you've kind of been able to see SmartWiz up front, right in front of your face, working, doing the things for you so that now you don't necessarily have to do that part of the work, right? You can put yourself in a position to work on other parts of your business, make more money, grow your practice, because now the mundane task of putting in and entering in or whatever the case may be, you're letting technology do a bulk of that work for you. Someone said this is about to be easy. Absolutely beautiful, of course. I'm gonna run up the bag this year.
That's what
Hey,
I'm laughing at. Jason said, yeah, like, hey, you don't got no excuses. We got to have a whole tax
hey,
accountability group that's like, yo, if you ain't
I'm
posting,
not mad at that one. Listen, run up the bag, Justin. I knew it was something to actually like more convenient, absolutely, right? And so if you're a tax pro on this call right now, you're like, yo, I know that this can change my practice. I know that this can make my life easier. I know that I'm going to be able to run up the bag this year. Honestly and truly, I say this all the time. If you are a TaxWise user or a TaxSlayer user on this call, it doesn't even make sense for you to hop on here, hear all of this great information, and not make a decision. It literally doesn't even make sense unless you want to have a hard tax season, unless you don't want to get more clients and save more time, unless you don't have a goal and you don't have a plan for how you want to really scale your future and grow when it comes to this industry and the business. Because I promise you, that's what we're doing. Right. And so with that being said, because we've had a lot of people who've been able to take advantage of our Black Friday, our Cyber Monday deal, so on and so forth, by the grace of God, it's only Wednesday. And because it's only Wednesday, we gonna like Cyber Wednesday this thing, right? We gonna, because I can say we can do that. And so we gonna Cyber Wednesday this thing because it's Wednesday. And unfortunately for the people who, weren't able to make it onto this call, they won't be able to take advantage of this deal. So shout out to the people who made it onto this call. Shout out to the people who stayed to the end to be able to listen. Because if you're somebody that's here and you're like, hey, I want to go ahead and tap in and get access to SmartWiz because I love what you guys are doing. And I actually want to be able to just kind of see it for myself first, right? Drop a one in the chat if you're kind of one of those types of people to where it's like you'll see something, but it's like you kind of want to see it for yourself before you dive all the way in. Like you kind of like, I'm gonna put my big toe in. I want to see if it's hot, if it's cold, if it's warm. But then I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and dive in. Right. And so for those people, for my big toe people, right, we actually have a situation for all of my ones in the chat to where you can actually just pay an installment deposit today of only $99. Right. And so for $99, again, $99, only 90. Like, it's crazy to say this out loud, knowing that there are people who made thousands of dollars using this product. That's insane. I actually don't want to say it no more, so I'm glad I don't have to. So after today, I'm not saying this no more, right? But for only $99, you guys are able to click the links that the team is dropping into the chat, and you are able to take advantage of our installment program so you can put your big toe in with SmartWiz, right? Because absolutely, after today, this deal is absolutely up. She said, don't say it no more. Listen, okay. Today is the absolute last day. Because we a business too, and I want to get these coins. Okay. Let's keep it a buck. But we're also a business that cares about the people. And so for the people who are tapped in, for all of my ones in the chat that are like, hey, I want to go ahead and put my big toe in with you guys. I want to be able to take advantage of the installment program so that I can at the very least get access to Wizzy, so that I can at the very least start to train my team, myself a little bit on how to integrate this platform into my business, right? You guys are going to be able to do the exact same things that you saw Maddie do. Doesn't matter if you have job form, cognito form, go high level, you do them in person, email, however you do it, it doesn't matter. Every single person on this call that has TaxWise or TaxSlayer will be able to get access to our platform for $99 today, right? And this is absolutely your last chance, right? And so I'm not going to say by the time I get off this call, but I really want to say that I'm not going to be that person to say you got an hour. I'm not going to do that. However, once we make a decision and go up in that stripe, I guess we're gonna do till midnight. I don't want to do that, but we can, right? But you literally have today to go ahead and take advantage of the installment plan so that you guys can go ahead and kind of get a feel for what does it look like for you to take your business and advance it into the tech age. Go ahead and start using AI into your business today. When it comes to onboarding, guys, you guys can literally purchase right now and go ahead and start using it before lunch, right? And so you can kind of play around with it and do the things that we make it very, very easy for each and every single one of you guys. Now, let's just say that you're somebody on the line and you're like, hey, I know I want this, right? I know I want to take advantage of SmartWiz. I don't have to pay 99 now and then pay another portion of my payment in January and then pay my last payment in February. I don't have to break this thing up into 3 payments. I want to go ahead and take advantage of it right now. For that person, you get a 25% off discount. So for that person, you're going to be able to get 25% off of our pricing so that you are able to go ahead and take advantage of SmartWiz. And we have packages for every single person that's on the line. Real quick, just for my knowledge, drop how many tax returns you do. How many tax returns? How many tax returns are we talking about that's on the call right now? Just drop in the chat. How many returns do you do for your practice, or how many returns do you personally do, or whatever the case may be? And I can speak directly to the different people who are on the call. Absolutely, I can speak directly to the different people who are on the call and tapped in right now. All right, because our tier one is our starter package, right, and that's going to include up to 200 returns. And so if you're somebody on the call and you take advantage of our 25% off discount, you're only paying $750. You're paying $750, right? And so you're going to get access to all of this for $750. I always say that's just, 2 or 3 tax returns. But then somebody let me know real quick, baby, that's one return for me. Hey, whatever you charging, okay? Whatever y'all charge, y'all charge. All I'm saying is that it pays for itself, right? It pays for itself. And so for my people who are doing anywhere between 1 and 200 returns, I want you to go ahead and take advantage of that starter package. All right. If you are someone that's like, hey, listen, I'm doing between 200 and 500 returns, right? You can take advantage of our core package, right? You can go ahead and grab the core package. I want to say the core package is $16.99 with our discount. And so for some of you guys, that is 3 returns, right? That is 3 returns. And so you are able to go ahead and someone said, she said, talk to Wizzy, not me. I know that's right. Right. And if you guys click the links that are in the chat, you will see all of the pricing, and then you are able to literally go there and decide which package best fits you right now in this moment. So we want you guys to take advantage of that, right? We want you guys to be able to take advantage of the discount. For my people who want to pay the installment plan, we want you guys to go ahead and take advantage of the $99. Just pay $99 now and pay the rest in January and then another portion in February. We want you to go ahead and experience this because we know the product is so good. We're willing to let you try it. We literally believe in this so much that we're saying we are willing to bet $99 that if you try this thing, that if you do a couple of returns on your own, there is no way in the world you're not going to want to see yourself using this for the rest of your life as you're doing taxes, as you continue to build your practice and build your business. And so we want you guys to take full advantage of the installment program that we have
Let
going
me get what you want to tell a little secret how people doing it now? A little game.
Say what?
I said that you want me to tell them a little secret of the game that we've been seeing people been doing now.
Go ahead.
So in the world of AI and in the world of being able to be more convenient and all of these different things, these packages roughly come out to a little less than like $5 a return, and obviously, as y'all know, that it's going to continue to go up or whatever as we continue to add more value. But what people doing now is adding it to like the doc prep fee, right? So like $6, $7 or whatever, and it's making Wizzy free plus some, right? Some people doing it, if it's doc prep fees, if it's bank fees, right? If it's all of these different, line items that you might have. And people like, yo, I'm calling this the speedy fee, right? To where I'm gonna be able to give you a little bit more time, right? I'm gonna be able to spend a little bit more time with you, and I'm gonna have invoices for
Let's
AI,
go.
technology, all of these different things. And
Go.
people do that. It's like now you're Wizzy free. You telling me that you just hired the equivalent of your systems and your human, right? In one. being able to recoup it right back on the tax return, being able to go 10 times faster, being able to do the work 10 times better experience, and, shoot, have a reason to charge people a little bit more because you're like, oh, I can get that same day turnaround, right? I can get you in a hour turnaround. I can get you in whatever the case is. I'll move you up in the queue, have a reason to upcharge for it. But in real life, the technology did most of the work. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, mind blown, right? Mind blown. Yep. And then Justin asked for the discount code. I don't think we told him they tried to do the upfront. And then we had a couple of questions. Right now it's for TaxSlayer Online and TaxWise Online is what Wizzy works with. And then we just dropped the code for the promo, SmartWiz Insider. Yep, yep,
Shout
yep.
out to you, Justin.
Yo,
Also, shout out to Luxury Financial. She was referred by Tiffany. So shout out to Tiffany as well for
let's
getting somebody
go.
on the line. Make sure you continue to run that play. But shout out to y'all for purchasing.
Yep, yep. And then I think so get got a couple questions to host and everyone. Um yep, so it works with TaxWise Online, TaxSlayer Online. Basically, it walk you through an onboarding process. It take you about 2 minutes to get Wizzy. And the magic moment is ultimately when you see it get to do a real return. Comes with sample clients on there. And you press one of those clients, look at the documents, look at all those different things, and you watch this on your actual tax layer, tax wise software in real time. And like we've been so confident, like, yo, if you don't experience a return in 6 minutes or less, then like, yo, we'll give you your money back. We know it, right? Y'all see how fast that was, right? We got all kinds of different levels of complexity. We've been seeing now what hundreds of tax pros who are getting this thing every single week, every single month, and it's been an amazing experience. We build fast. We appreciate the feedback. We got some more stuff in the tuck, and we thank everybody. This was one thing. People like, can I get Wizzy to bulk? Be able to start these returns right from my form. I do a lot of volume. I do a lot of people. I do, in the first week of tax season, I have people asking for estimates and quotes and all of these different things. Can we do it? And in real time, uh, you know, next week we've gotten it done, and we got more things based off y'all feedback. So the more you let us know, the more you tell us, we're going to continue to make this thing amazing. And we got a lot more stuff up our sleeves going into the tax season.
I see a pretty good question in the chat. Tevin, can we use the sample clients without it? For example, if I don't want to let my preparers have it yet, but want them to see the training materials, then definitely keep those questions coming for sure. For sure.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can use the sample clients, and then we'll make sure to refresh your credits in January to what Olu's said. So because we want you to train them. We want you to test it out, do real returns. You can do a return from last year. Understand how it's going to work in your flow, right? It's one thing to kind of see it on the call. We got a ton of training videos, all those different things, but it gets real self-explanatory real quick. um, but yeah, we want you to. So we want you to give it feedback, and that's what makes it learn and all of those different things. So, and then when you're ready to implement it with your team members and let them know, they're like, "Yo, I trained you guys on how to enter it and all this stuff, so you know how to do taxes. But now we got something that's gonna do a lot of the work." Yep, yep. And then Justin said, "Yeah, great question. Just to confirm, Wizzy provides us with the first draft, and then we go in and we go in and return, and we can add any additional numbers." Yes, right? So just look at Wizzy as a preparer on your staff who doesn't sleep, can work 24/7, right? And won't call off ultimately, right? So its whole job is to take your client intake, because like we said, it can read the information and understand. Take your job form, take your documents, prepare that return for you, and you do still what you do best, which is, man, is it even some more opportunity? Is it things and expenses they may not be thinking about on the Schedule C that I might only can get from talking to them? And that's, you did the work in a minute, And now you just kind of calling them to see what else you can do to get that return up, right? So you still get to do your job. You still get to check for anything else. We may review super easy, and we even tell you if it's any little areas that we might, hey, double check this or whatever. And now you're just pushing these things out as fast as possible. Yep, let's go.
Another
Now,
question I see, can it do returns for us once the intake is received? So all we have to do is check, kind of like an automation.
that's a good idea, Samantha. Good idea, right? Um, I like it. We working, right? Yep, yep, yep. So soon as the intake is received, so right now we have it because we want people to initiate it, just because some people might not be ready for the return to actually be prepared. Um, some people might have been technically still waiting on a document before they wanted to go knock it out or whatever the case is, or waiting on some feedback. So that's what made us decide to allow the tax pro to initialize when they want to start the return. But we've been thinking about different ways to where, like, if you somebody that's like, nah, like I don't let my clients give me nothing half baked. It's if it's submitted, it's done. All the documents, they know play or whatever. We've been looking at um how to allow people to choose something like that. Yep, yep. If you implement it, give me credit. Oh, we got you. Like I said, we can't do it without y'all. Yeah, we got you. Samantha said she want credit. Let's go. Yep, yep. Justin, great question. If we started the return and additional information comes in, how does Wizzy handle that? So on your Wizzy, so like if you were to click a client, it has a button to be able to upload an additional document. Right? And basically, all Wizard will do is look and see what is already prepared, and then it'll see how it should go about adding that additional document depending on how it is. Yep. Yep. Look at your ultimate tax pro assistant, right? We'd have thought about all of the things before we released this. Great question. And obviously as you test it and do the things, then we're gonna take that feedback as well.
To Tevin's point, we've thought about all the things. And so at this point, my belief is that this is a no brainer. He said, I'm going to dunk it. So if you're kind of where Justin is, right, to where you're like, hey, I'm gonna dunk it, this is a no brainer, just drop a one in the chat, right? If you have seen this, you've heard some of the questions, you've seen some of the responses, just drop a one in the chat if you believe that for where you want to go next tax season, you are a TaxWise, tax slayer user, or whatever the case may be. Drop a one in the chat if you also believe that partnering with SmartWiz, having access to Wizzy, whatever the case may be, makes this a no-brainer, right? And for all of those people that are like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, I know that this can take me to the next level. It can take my business to the next level. I know that this is a product that I can use and I'm actually going to be able to see a result and see a reward, right? For all of those people, matter of fact, drop the link in the chat again. For all of those people, this is the decision that we want you to make, right? Because we ultimately know that you guys are going to be able to not only save a lot of time, right? We already know you're going to save a lot of time. But we also know that you're going to be able to get a lot of your time back. And that's the thing that we care about the most because now your business is going to grow. It's expected, right? We are expecting your business to grow. And so for all of you guys that are taking advantage of the $99 installment fee, right? We definitely appreciate you. Today is the last day, right? Matter of fact, drop last day in the chat because today is the last day to take advantage of the $99 installment fee. And we want to ensure that every single person who is on this call, tapped and locked in with us, we want you to take advantage of the $99 installment fee. Don't wait. Don't hesitate because by the time you try to make a decision, it's going to be too late. Success loves speed, right? Success loves speed, and that looks like being able to make a decision about your future when it comes to your business, your growth, and you being able to scale this thing. Because, hey, y'all, I don't know if y'all realize or not, but like next month is go time. Next month it is go time for a lot of us who are on this call right now. And so why wait tomorrow for something that you can do today? Today is the last day for you guys to be able to take advantage of the $99 installment fee. And we want to be sure that everybody who says yes and is in agreement with us, we want to make sure that you guys ultimately are able to do that. And we don't miss anyone in the process. My phone just went off, so that means somebody just purchased. So shout out to you, whoever you are. I ain't been able to look yet. But Tevin, you got anything else,
Shout
bro?
out to Prosperity Rose Tax for being a first purchase of the day. They understood the assignment of last day.
Oh, that's Samantha? Samantha Flowers? What? Let's go. I feel like Samantha, I feel like you've been on this call, what, maybe twice? I feel like I done seen your name probably like twice or something like that. So shout out to you. Someone said, "What about upgrading?" Absolutely. If you're, let's say you come in at the starter, and then during the tax season you're like, "Man, I need to upgrade." You're absolutely able to upgrade. We gonna upgrade you. All right, you ain't got to worry about that. We gonna make sure you're good, solid, locked in, ready to go. Oh, it was three times, 30 times a charm. All right, Samantha. Listen, all right, look, you got. Let's go. Let's go. I'm glad that we were able to answer all of your questions and ensure that you felt like this was the decision to make, right? Because that's ultimately all that matters. I don't care how long it takes, but hey, I don't want it to have to take too long. But yes, you're absolutely able to upgrade. And so if you are someone that's like, hey, I don't really know where I can come in at. Just come in with the $99 installment plan, y'all. Just come in with the 99. You could come in with the, I think, starter pack or something like that. And if you want to just upgrade during the tax season, you are absolutely able to upgrade. And yes, it absolutely is going to be easy for you to upgrade as well. That's just a matter of, sending the email to our team, and then we'll make sure we get you good. So shout out to you. Hey, Takia said, I already got it. Shout out to you for already having it, right? Shout out to you. I love that. I love that. I love that. Shout out to anybody that is on the line that already has the product and is just kind of watching to see all of our new updates and things like that. We absolutely love to be able to show you guys some of the updates and things like that for sure. For sure, for sure. Tevin, you got anything else, brother? Someone said I need another one. Hey girl.
Come on.
You got anything, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to say the goal when we do this right, when we do this right, is everybody gonna be having an upgrade because they like, I just got too much business. We done locked in. I've been in the community. I've been sharing best practices and all of those different things. Like we know it works. We know this will work. We've been there, done that, seen that, and wished for, you know, things like this. And we know with all of the different things, big beautiful bill changes, Irish free file program ending, new laws, new people starting businesses, all the things that's going on in the economy, that this is about to be a crazy tax season for tax pros. And we just excited for every single person here to be able to take their business to another level. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for, your feedback. Let us know, right? Try it out for my people who purchased today. Yep, let's go. Yep. So and then Justin, to your point, to your question about how many users on one account. So roughly about 10. You can talk to support. And you can invite your team members pretty easily to get them going on, right? So if you got some P holders and all those different things. But yeah, we pumped, we excited. Thank you. Let's go. Got 10 on the dot. Let's go. Thank y'all for everything. And until next time, give us the feedback. You might just see it. Shout out to Samantha on the next webinar. So thank y'all. Have a good one. And we'll call you, Miss Jordan. Perfect. Thank you, guys.